Assalamu alaikum guys. So today we are going to talk about the poem Go and Catch a Falling Star by John Donne. But before we start the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel and click the bell icon. It will helpful for you. Thank you. So here the poem text is.
The song "Go and Catch a Falling Star" by John Donne is a three-stanza poem that is separated into a set of 9 lines throughout the poem. John Donne's "Go and Catch a Falling Star", first published in 1633, is a fantastical take on a traditional and misogynistic theme: women supposedly inevitable infidelity. Throughout the poem, Donne employs a light and something humorous tone. He is annoyed by the general theme of the poem, the inconsistency of women, that seems to have come to terms with it. He speaks as though this is just how things are and one must make the best of a constantly bad situation.
So now I am going to tell you about the poem. The poem Go and Catch a Falling Star is wrote by the poet John Donne. John Donne was an English poet, scholar, soldier, and secretary born into a recusant family who later became a clerk in the Church of England. He is considered a preeminent representative of the metaphysical poets. His poetical works are noted for their metaphorical and sensual style and include sonnets, love poems, religious poems, Latin translations, epigrams, elegies, songs, and satires. He is also known for his sermons. John Donne, leading English poet of the metaphysical school, is often considered the greatest loved poet in the English language. In 1615, Donne was ordained. Soon thereafter was appointed royal chaplain. His elaborate metaphors, religious symbolism, and flair for drama soon established him as a great preacher. As Donne's health continued to fail him, he became obsessed with death. Shortly before he died, he delivered a pre-funeral sermon, Death's Duel. He died on March 31, 1631. Now let's talk about the first stanza explanation. In the first stanza of this piece, the speaker begins by telling the listener to go and catch a falling star. It is for this line that the poem is best known and is only the first representative of the outlandish task the speaker sets out. The next is to get with child and impregnate a mandrake root. Both of these statements have a magical mood about them. The mandrake root is commonly associated with witchcraft or hallucinogens. He goes on to ask the listener to tell him facts about the past, an impossibility as no one can truly know the history. The next statement refers to the cleft in the devil's foot. He wants to know how it got there, or more simply, how it was decided which from the devil was to take. In the next section of the first stanza, he asks the listener to teach him to hear mermaids singing, or alternatively, how to keep off envy's stinging. There is an interesting contrast in these requests between personal need and personal interest. In the final tercet of rhyming lines, he adds that he wants to know what makes people honest, for what reason is some people honest and some deceitful.
In the second stanza, he reveals the reason behind having such idea of about a woman, that a woman cannot be fair and true or honest and beautiful at the same time with the word. In the first line, he tells the listener, "If thou best born to straight tide," or more simply, if and you are used of seeing unbelievable things, then you should write 10,000 days and nights and seek as many strange wonders as can be found. He believes that anyone who attempts to find any such woman having both these qualities, then he has to ride until his hair turn white or gray, because it is such an impossible task that it takes one's life to complete. And it is interesting to consider that why poet has such thoughts about a woman. It is obviously crystal clear that these are the personal thoughts of the poet, or it might has happened because he had experienced such time in his life, or he might had trouble in finding love, or perhaps it is possible that he doesn't believe in love at all.
Now let's explain the last stanza of this poem. In the final lines of song Go and Catch a Falling Star, the speaker states that if thou findest a woman who is both of these things true and fair, then he will go on a pilgrimage to find her. He would suffer if there was a chance he could find the perfect partner. He knows that this is not going to be the case through, so he doesn't go. The speaker states that there is always the possibility that a woman who seems true and fair comes to him, but he thinks more than likely that she will be false eventually. There might be a period of time before the realization comes to pass, but he knows that it eventually will. These lines are clearly problematic from a contemporary perspective. Don does not explain what flaws these women have, nor does he include women who are not to him beautiful. He therefore separates women into two categories. Those who are beautiful and faithless are those who are ugly and not worth considering.